welcome everyone for yet another episode of the Mr. Iyer's show, where we talk about tech, travel, and tuxedo. For those of you joining for the first time to the show, I am Mahesh Iyer, a global sales, product, and marketing management expert in the space of SaaS outsourcing in tech companies. Since I love tech, along with my other two favorite hobbies, which is travel, and of course, I'm always on the lookout for the next best styling tips. Weekends are a great time to record, hence I've decided not now to have my podcast coming out on Monday of every fortnight. So, after my last podcast on SaaS trends for 2021, I got many emails from founders of SaaS companies who were very keen to understand how do we take our, as this is the starting point of every founder's pain. And when you are starting with your own seed money, it is all about more important to make the right moves when you're launching your SaaS product and want to make it a unicorn as soon as possible. Yes, unicorn, another word circling around these days a lot, and probably I'll plan to do another full episode on what's a unicorn and what are the top 5 unicorns in the SaaS space. So coming back, journey from 1 to 10 million is a big topic. So planning to have this recorded in 2 episodes. As we all, as a human being, our attention span is very limited. So a lengthy episode would not be, very helpful for people. So I'm going to break it down into 2 episodes. Before I start, if you have yet not subscribed to my podcast, please go ahead and do that, as it would motivate me to record more of such informative episode. Mr. Iyer Show is available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and Audible. So coming back to the topic, we have on hand, what are the key aspects we need to understand before we talk about, bringing in revenue and growing the organization from $1 million to $10 million. If you are a company which has already reached 1 million in ARR, that means you have crossed the biggest hurdle of getting revenue in and selling your product to at least 100 customers. I have always believed the first 100 customers are the toughest, as you have to convince a customer to buy your product, which is still in the learning phase and not matured completely. As they say in sales, never sell your product in a way that is full-featured product. We all know very seldom or less than 4% of companies across the world use your product 100%. So the adoption is not 100% for any SaaS product. They use only features which they feel comfortable and highlight those features to your customers. So some of the things which we need to remember before we take the next big jump from 1 to 10. So let's begin. First, get inspired. This might look philosophical, but this is the first and foremost one should remember when you're ready to take the next big 10x growth. Yet get inspired from companies who have made it big from 1 to 10. As you could find out how they did the next big marketing spend, or built a sales team, or worked at the go-to-marketing strategy. So talk to industry experts and get that necessary advice required. In today's tech time, so many case studies and industry advisors are available who could give you that necessary input instead of you creating a whole new model. And after 12 months, you realize it is not working for you. So when the concept of growth is available around you, why create a complete new model? So get inspired. You don't need to go ahead and start over again. Second point, most critical, get right talent and build a right organization culture. When you're scaling up, it is important to hire the right talent, and it is key that you get right people who have already exposed to SaaS solution. This is the time to build the right culture. And I have observed that as founders, we are comfortable with certain set of people and not ready to diversify. An organization at building stage, so it is important you build right culture around it, wherein people are not worried they are working for a startup or always have the fear of getting fired, or they are not fitting to the right culture, or there is a language barrier. I have observed if founders are from a specific country, city, or state, they prefer hiring people from that specific place. I don't see any harm in that, but in the long run, it won't help you as you're building a global organization. And it is key that you start hiring people fit for the role, not of specific ethnicity, language, country, city. So you need people who could understand customer problems, whether you're hiring a tech team or a product specialist. You need someone who can solve the customer problems more than anything. Hire right people at the first level who understand similar to what you are trying to solve as a founder. Because if the people you are hiring and give them a reasonable window to build a team, so it is important to build that trust. So give them that space to grow. This is going to be a core team going forward. So give them the opportunity to share the ideas and implement it. The founders and the core needs to be clear in its mission or what they are planning to achieve from the product, and this has to translate to the team. You don't want a fragmented vision going to your team, which is getting ready to take the business to the next level. Most important, be honest about your plans to your team. Don't let them down midway if you're changing your vision. Third, get and grow sales team. The crux of growth now lies in your sales team, as the next big jump is going to be the sales team. So it is imperative that you have right plan for your sales team. Hire the next layer in your sales team and ensure to put a right structure, right compensation plan, and most important, growth for your sales team. Product sales specialists are key for your growth. So you need to have the right balance of SDRs and product sales specialists. Similarly, this is the time to invest in a revenue management role who could take care of your channel of revenues, sales, product support, partnership, and marketing. Along with hiring, ensure right training is given to your sales team on how the product has to be presented in the market. The demos, the calls, the emails. Please ensure that right training is given. I have been getting a lot of inputs from a lot of founders who want a specific podcast on sales training. So I would do that for the later stage. For now, just ensure you have the right team being hired, right structure being implemented, right training plan, and of course, you're incentivizing really well. Commissions are very important when you're growing in the growth stage for the sales team. Fourth point, get return customers and referrals. This is a time to ensure that your churn percentage is low and you have repeat customers, maybe a multi-year contract, or give them some additional add-on features which they might not be using it, or if you have multiple solution, give them an additional solution to ensure that they start using it. These are the customers who are most important for your growth and ensure that your growth is not dipping. Plus, a return customer is always a good place for reference. So ensure that your churn is low and your customers are returning back. Remember, these customers whom you have retained are your voice in the market and will be talking, and in itself is a marketing channel for you. Ensure that these customers continue to get the same experience, because of which they have stayed back with you. So I know it's going long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover one more point, which is very critical. So go free. It becomes all the more important in this phase to have a free or testing for your new customers. So freemium has to be the way to go so that new customer experiences your product. Just like any aspects of buying experience, if we can test something before buying, it is always great experience. You don't want to buy a product you will regret in the future. Hence, it's important for the customers to experience the product before buying it. So keep that option open for customers to try your product. Or even better, give them a basics product completely free of cost. Do always remember that it all depends on your product. And we all know not all products can be offered free. So if possible, definitely you should offer your product, for them to test. So these are some of the top 5 things which I feel to start with. There are other 5 important points which I want to cover, which is going to take another 20 minutes for me to cover. So we will do it in the next episode. I'll just give you a quick brief on what we are going to cover in the next episode so that you're ready for it. 1, partnership. We are going to talk about partnership. Second, we are going to talk about customer profiling, your target segment, whether it is SMB, enterprise. Third, is it industry specific? Are you targeting specific industry? Is your feature specific product. So we're going to talk about that. How to build a great marketing team and a lead gen team. That is something which is very critical. And most important, your onboarding experience. This is the time when you're going to have large customers coming in. So your onboarding experience has to be there. So ensure that that is also taken care. So we will cover all this in detail in my next episode. For now, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach me out on LinkedIn. I'm also available on Instagram, and you can also note down my email address, which would be iyer.mahesh@outlook.com. So hoping to get another episode as soon as possible. Looking forward to showing you the next part of the journey of a SaaS from $1 to $10 million. So keep listening. Thank you for your being a great audience. Appreciate. Looking forward. So this is the Mr. Iyer Show. Thank you.